Welcome to this week's episode of Azentuary. We left off descending the elevator from a new friend's place, the god of traps. And what was his name? Oh yeah, Gaknalak. In his elevator, think of it like an old coal miner's elevator. You're rattling around, you're in a cage, it's dark, and eventually you're dropped into a bright red environment. The platform descends down out of a tube and waits for you to step off.
All right.
Okay. As you step off, it retreats upwards, both the platform itself disappearing into a tube and then the tube itself disappearing into the sky. Shaft and all.
Fancy.
You observe You observe a landscape covered by volcanic activity, slopes constantly flowing with thick lava, to the point that solid ground appears rare. The rock you are on is one such piece of that ground. The entire layer around you glows bright red from the incandescent rock, brightly enough for an entire mountain to be visible in the distance, despite its, distance. It looks like it's many hundreds of miles away, but yet fully illuminated. Overhead, a floating castle seems to be orbiting just above the ground.
Ooh, even fancier.
It is atop a rough rock, like a piece of obsidian that's been all broken up.
Burn the obsidian.
Obsidian doesn't burn.
No, I'm just being stupid.
So
I just say the first action that came to mind, and that was it.
Nice. Well, one of the things you do notice is, while Castros and Alpha seem relatively unaffected, Ray and Dane, you immediately start feeling the heat, and it's just almost suffocating.
Great.
Fun.
Master Dane, you appear to be leaking.
Right, yes. So you think Dane would be okay with the heat because, he's a dwarf. They're around forges all the time.
Yeah, this is more than a forge.
Yeah. Stuff. I'm completely and totally. Oh, that's what I need to. All right. Anyway, so it's really hot. Got it.
You're on an island that is stable amongst a flow of lava. There is a mountain in the some distance out and away, and a castle that makes a regular orbit overhead.
Got it. How high overhead is the castle?
Not very far. You could, as it passes over, you could probably jump up and brush it with your fingers.
Some sorcery here. I don't know.
Do we happen to have a... Oosh, this is kind of scary. No, we haven't.
It's nothing too bad, just bed.
So this isn't a very comfortable place to take a long rest then, is it?
No.
No, definitely not. Yo, I can make a pretty sweet camp with all this lava here.
Castle, does it pretty much just kind of stay hovering over the island, or does it kind of around the island and over the lava and then over the island again?
Yeah, it's kind of moving. It's not really fast, but it's floating around. You see it, and you kind of get in a impression of its orbit, and it'll be back your way in a few minutes.
Okay, so I'm thinking what we could do is kind of toss a rope up, or so if you haven't had a long rest, and you probably don't have any wild shapes left, do you?
I don't believe so.
No, I don't think I do.
Ugh.
That was the other thing.
So we can try and toss the rope with like a hook up, and then climb up into the castle. Well, I don't know. That's only if there's actually a window that we can that's wide enough for us to climb into.
So just find a sneaky spot in the castle and take a long rest that way.
Yeah, maybe. Is the castle surrounded by a wall?
You see walls, but it's not so much surrounded by it as there are supports for ceilings built onto, the stone, the obsidian. It's so there's not like an outer bailey or something. It's just okay. The building itself.
Got it. Yes. Does the obsidian have like outcroppings and protrusions?
Oh yeah, there's areas where it's been roughly broken. There are some sharp areas, some caverns where pieces have broken away.
Okay.
It looks kind of like a tumbled stone.
Got it. Well, that's actually good news. So when it passes overhead, it's like only like 8 or 9 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like Alpha could probably toss Dane up there.
You're gonna have to toss me.
How tall is the castle? Like, how far up do the walls go?
The ones that you can see. Let me think.
Think of it. I think from my picture, it sounds a little bit like say Neuschwanstein. So
yeah, kind of. Yeah, but the finished wall you see is only maybe, let's call it more like 35, 40 feet. To the rooftop. So,
how long do you think the rope is that I have?
I believe we decided earlier on that you were at something like 80 feet or something left.
Oh. The castle's not moving particularly quickly, right?
No, it's not. It's not speedy. It's just there. It's moving around.
All right. If you wish, I can scale this castle and send you the rope. Or you may hold on to the end.
So can you jump the 8 or 9 feet up and then scale the castle?
I believe it should be doable.
Pole vault time. Go. Actually, don't even do a pole vault. Just Alpha should join track.
Well, remember Alpha has a jump bonus thanks to
Yeah, what is
the dwarven.
How do you do jump? Like, what's this? What is the thing?
We did this at one point, but there's
Jump
thankfully
calculator.
a nice little 5e jump calculator. So what's your strength score, Alpha?
Strength?
That's what they use to base jump on.
With a running start, obstacles, obstacle terrain.
Yeah, so what's your 10?
Alpha's strength is 12.
12. Okay. So your long jump, 24 feet horizontally, you can comfortably high jump and clear 8 feet off the ground.
So he can basically.
Plus, you get your
Up the
bonus
edge.
from the jackrabbit. Yeah, so you could. Well, you got your jackrabbit bonus too.
That's a 10-foot
So
bonus to any jump.
yeah, so you could easily jump like up to onto the top of the rock from where you're at if you like run and then jump.
Or you just jump straight up. Can easily reach up and grab something 11 feet off the ground without a running start. And with the jackrabbit bonus, that's an extra 10 feet on jump. So I can do 21 feet a standstill.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You could easily jump high enough to grab whatever you need.
Okay. Well, don't even necessarily have to do that. I mean, maybe to reset the round. So, Alpha turns to Dane and says, "Hold this, please," and gives him the edge of the rope. Then,
Okay.
Okay.
so one end of the rope is in Dane's hands, and I guess I gotta roll to see if I grab the edge.
Yes, please make a acrobatics check, I would say.
Okie dokie. 22.
Flawless.
Okay.
Flawless.
So he reaches up and grabs the edge, like with the other end of the rope tied to his waist. He says, "Right back," and he runs. Like you see him kind of almost. Have you ever seen like the Olympic speedrunners or something? And he just zooms straight to the top. Like he can move on vertical surfaces, so for him it's basically nothing. It's just like moving on ground.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what you find from your vantage point at the top where you are at is that you are atop of a conical roof. From where you stand, you look around, there's a similar conical roof of the same height next to you, about, let's call it 40 feet away. Let me count that. Maybe 60. There, and then you're looking across. Ahead of you, there's a causeway, some dome structures, and then a taller conical roof. 100 and maybe 200 feet off in the distance. Also part of the castle ahead of you.
Is there anything to tie the rope off onto up here, like a spire?
You could, yeah, make a loop and then throw it on the top, on the peak. Like the kids that put the tire down on the roof of the school in, what was that, Riddle?
All right. So yeah, he just ties off the rope and then signals the party. Gives him a thumbs up.
Perfect.
Ray's gonna start climbing up.
Awesome.
It's like a vine.
Once again, rope saves the day. Why is Alpha the only one that carries this?
Every rope.
Yeah, true.
All right.
Anyways,
So Ray's climbing up.
so we'll climb up as well. If only he had Jeremy. He had us to climbing when Jeremy was with him.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy. My one true friend.
Don't forget Mark.
Oh.
Girlfriend, but still.
All right, so Alpha, you're up there on one of those lower spires, pulling up Castros.
Ray.
Or Ray? I thought it was Castros that went first.
No.
Nah,
Okay,
went first.
well, pulling Ray up first. I'm assuming then followed, what, by Castros and then Dane?
Sure.
sure.
All right, so you guys pull yourself on top of that little guardhouse roof, and you're all standing there hanging on the rope. What do you do?
We find a way into the castle.
We didn't think this far ahead. We're not prepared for this.
I'm gonna look for a great way to enter.
Well, considering
Maybe
you're on the
even
roof,
quick entering.
I mean, you either go through the roof or slide down the roof. I mean,
I'm partial to just breaking through the roof.
I'm not, because you cannot break through a roof without making a whole lot of noise.
You're no fun.
I know. Someone has to be the voice of reason.
So we're not quite
have
certain
no
how far the
clever
drop
structure.
is from here. I mean, we do have the rope tied off relatively securely. What if we weaken the structural integrity?
What, the roof?
yeah,
Again.
he's basically saying, don't.
I think. I mean, so we're on a roof. Is there like a parapet kind of below us, not too far?
Yes, you can see there is a landing below you that is square. These are like splitting it. If you look down between the two roofs, you see there's a little walkway like 20 feet wide, a gate that must be when they park this thing they can walk out of to connect. There's some big stairs that kind of go down, and there's a big causeway that goes across to the main part of the castle.
I see it. Okay. So let's just kind of lower the rope onto the parapet there and just kind of use the rope to kind of climb down.
You guys go
And then
first.
we
I'm
can-
going to stay and detach the rope because this is our best friend.
Right. Okay. So Dane will go first.
All right, so you dropping down like in between the two?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
For Rodney.
Rodney rope.
Yeah, Rodney the rope.
All right. So Dane, you slide down first, and then Castros, then Ray, and then Alpha with Rodney.
Yeah. Good
And
work,
you
Rodney.
you guys are in a walkway, like I said, about 20 feet wide between the two guardhouses here, and you see the long stone causeway ahead of you, that connects this part to the castle proper. It's long, it's like 200 feet. There's a gate at the end. There's classical castle, the raised stone with the slit in between all the way along.
Inhalations.
Yes. And as you kind of peek left and right, you see that at the back of the gatehouse here is where the doors are that would go into them.
Okay. Does there seem to be like any sign of life in this castle?
Well, you got to look around. Investigate.
Okay. All right.
Wood wild shape, I'm pretty sure I don't have any uses left.
Yeah, we need to find some place where we can hole up. Let's see. Okay, I'll roll investigation.
Must find a broom closet.
Right? That's only a 12.
Right, you start looking around, investigating, and you're pretty sure this is well lived in. You see that it's kept up. There's not like layers of dust or anything. And you think you hear kind of humming coming from the other side of the door as you kind of put your ear towards it.
Is this at the end of the causeway or is this the guard shacks?
In the guard shack where you were at.
Okay, humming.
They have an eye which we must gouge out. We're looking for an eye here.
Yeah, a specific one. No, it's not gonna. The eye of the thing that we're looking for is not gonna be in the guard shack.
What do you know?
You don't.
Very eyeist of you.
It's a guess.
So you're saying you don't.
Usually the masters of whatever it is. Yeah, never mind.
Maybe it's a populist master who likes to be a man amongst the people. Or woman.
Sure. Possibly.
So quick to judge a book by its cover.
Or an eye by its body.
An eye by its lid.
An
All right.
eye by the face by which it is attached. Anyways.
All right, I am going to see if I can provide you a visual aid of what you're seeing right now. So basically, you're looking around and you can see this, and you heard some humming up to the right. We'll call it that way with that 12.
Okay. Well, since we hear humming and up to the right, let's try down and to the left. We'll try that
Okay.
that particular tower.
And how are you trying it?
We are walking towards
Well,
it.
we'll try. Oh, I guess we can investigate the lower tower there, or at least
Okay.
just see if we hear anything.
All right, give it a roll.
Oh my God, 6.
You don't hear anything. You can't tell anything. You're like, yep, seems fine to me.
It's your own fault for rolling a 3.
All right. Well, since I can't hear anything and none of the rest of my companions are doing anything, I guess I'll see if I can't get into the guardhouse there.
Well, you find that the door is easy to operate. You turn the latch and it swings right open, and you are face to face with a rather shocked looking creature. You're not sure exactly what it is. It does remind you of when Cathros wild shaped into that fire elemental, but smaller and more humanoid.
Nature check!
Okay.
Allows it.
Results say it is not an animal.
That would be 15.
You look at this thing and you realize this is nothing that you've seen in nature before. This is obviously something that exists out in these realms, and you have no experience with them.
Okay. All right. Well,
Teeth, what does its teeth look like?
You investigate. I mean, it's looking shocked. You just see an open mouth. Whoa! Shocked Pikachu face.
That would be a 12 on investigation.
You can't
you're-
tell.
You're rolling about as well as I am. All right.
12's not bad compared to a what?
all right.
You roll a 6?
Castros, ask him if he's seen Shargas.
Alright, fine. I'll ask him whether he's seen Shargas and Infernal.
Shargas. Well, that was the layer we're going to, right?
No, that's the being that we need the eye from.
Oh, Shargas, that's right. He is shocked for a moment. Sorry, too many details.
Yep.
He's shocked for a moment and hears that little bit of infernal and is confused at first, and then kind of looks like there's a little bit of recognition. He tries to respond, and it's a really broken, almost like really broken English, but really broken infernal. You can tell this is not his native language, and it's basically it's basically a no, and who are you? What are you doing here? Like it's a total shock moment.
All right. Ask him if we are in Krangath. You can try Abyssal.
I'll try Abyssal this time.
You just get a totally blank stare. Can't make out what you're saying.
Okay. Fine. Infernal, I guess. Just keep going.
Or we can try Common. See if he talks Common.
Go ahead. One of you guys try Common.
Hello.
All right.
He gives kind of an angry look to Alpha when he hears the hello.
Barnaby says, "Can you understand Common?"
He shakes his head no and takes a step backwards.
Okay, Infernal it is. I will keep asking questions in Infernal.
Maybe he speaks Draconic.
He just understood you when you asked him if he could understand you. I think there's
True.
lying afoot.
Like, sorry, no English, but that was English.
All right, try Infernal. Ask him if we're in Krangath.
Main Krangath.
He goes, no, not here.
Oh. Well, we're looking to get to Krangath. Can you point us in the right direction?
Yes. Point. Which way?
He looks really confused and points towards the castle.
Oh, so the portal to Krangath is in the castle?
He's not sure what you're saying. He just keeps like points at the castle, kind of scared, confused looking.
Okay.
Okay. So, in castle. Or maybe Krangath is the castle.
I doubt it. Krangath is a plane.
Alright, fine.
Maybe it's a plain castle.
Sneak through the castle. Find portal.
I don't think there's any sneaking through it. Because this is where we're doing. We're right here.
Mhm.
The castle's across this causeway right here. There's a gate right there. It's completely open. So I don't think there's a lot of sneaking involved here right now.
Fine, just bust through.
And
Say that like
since so in game, it's been only like so in game time we've only been here for a short amount of time, but I realize that our time between games is a week. So for your characters, just FYI, you guys would have been told by your buddy, the trickster god, that his elevator was taking you down one plane to Chamada.
Okay.
Ah.
All right.
So yeah, we're not where we need to be. Let's check our map, ask for directions, and try again. Back on the highway.
There is no highway. Were you
It's just
speaking
life,
metaphorically?
which is a highway.
Yes! And sarcastically. My god.
All right. Well, right, Counselor, ask this guy if he'll take us to his master.
Take us to your leader.
He kind of points for you to like go that way and makes the sign, almost like jazz hands, but just hands out to try and like guide you go down the causeway.
Okay. We'll go across the causeway.
He probably speaks elemental. I don't know elemental though, so. Anyways.
So,
All right,
across the causeway we go.
as soon as you go walking down the causeway, he pulls the door shut and you hear a bell start to ring.
We were tricked!
And I bet ding 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 ding.
I guess that's security. Alright, what do we want to do? We want to fight our way through, we want to bust our way through, we want to try to sneak our way through.
We can't really sneak. I don't think we've got any pass without a traces left.
Nope. Ray is too tuckered out. However, she might be able to sneak around by herself. I don't know if y'all will be able to.
This is why long rests are important. Anyways, how do we want to do this? I might have... I honestly can't remember if I have a wild shape left or not. I know I used one for an eagle. I can't think of the other one, though.
I don't think you do. I think you used 2 last time.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Probably. Well,
Anyway,
now what?
so the guard rang the bell, right?
Yeah, there's a bell ringing. You guys go walking down, and as you are about halfway down the causeway, because he starts ringing the bell when you're maybe a third way down, you get about halfway down, and you hear all sorts of shuffling movement. What sounds like things happening inside. It echoes down here, down this open area, and then the door cracks open.
Okay.
Opening in the middle and swinging out. You see 2 bright red, almost flaming Aarakocra step out, and then one to each side. And behind is a giant woman, like a woman who is a giant.
Okay.
She stands like 15 feet tall in a big, bright red flowing robe and kind of ashen skin. And she's looking down at you as you continue to approach.
Okay. I'm guessing that she is probably a fire giant.
Don't assume.
Said guess.
That's assuming. It does not change the fact that that's still assuming.
Anyway.
Maybe she identifies as a stone giant. Come on.
Yeah.
In a realm full of lava?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah?
I mean,
That
magma
just makes
just
sense.
melted rocks.
Exactly.
Feels
All right,
more in
fine.
tune with
You
her
guys,
chilled nature.
you guys can take it from here. Go for it. Go ahead, Casseros.
Giant flame woman. Alright. Well, they don't seem to be attacking us yet. I have an Aarakocra mask. I'm like you. I'm like you guys, you flaming Aarakocra. But anyways, we'll approach. Say how. Hi. How are ya? Nice to see ya. Good weather we're having.
With her booming voice, you hear, "How did you get here?"
It's really easy, take an elevator,
He walked.
Yeah, we walked here. Using our workable legs.
And yet you are still walking. The last ones who walked here did 500 miles and then 500 more, and they fell down when they reached my door.
Well, they underestimated the value of long rests, I think.
and and Rodri.
Yeah, and they didn't have Rodney with them.
Who is this Rodney? Is it that metallic-looking one at the back?
I'll gesture for Alpha to produce Rodney to show them.
Oh, it is my tool. They have named it.
And you have a soul trapped within. Fascinating.
Literally. You not?
I was referring to your rope? Is that a rope you have?
Yes, it is curious how they decided to name this. I do not question my party anymore. I find it is easier if we just accept it for what it is.
It's Rodney. That is what it is.
I feel as you should be thrown over into the lava, but part of me wants to see what else you know. Your metallic companion carrying your Rodney is something I have not seen before.
Yeah, I mean, Rodney's a really interesting person. Alpha too, I guess.
I'm not a person.
Being. How about that?
Acceptable.
Alright. Anyways, we're not exactly even trying to be here. This is kind of just like a point B to our point A to point C destination journey kind of situation. So we're just trying to get to Crangath. So
You
don't
see
really
a
have any
little-
worldview.
You see these raised eyebrows. Oh, really? Well, consider this a stop along the way. Gods, escort our guests down to the first level. Show them the room with our friend in it.
I don't trust this.
No, me neither.
They both give a nod and walk over to either side of you guys, and then kind of behind and say, "Proceed."
Hmm.
She turns and walks inside, and you see two more of those guards come out from behind her to lead you.
Well, we might as well see where this is going. We shall go.
Awesome. You enter, going down a long hallway. There are doors on either side. First set are about 30 feet in. The next set are another, 80 or 90 beyond that. And then a grand stairwell descends down to a lower level. You see a large semicircle room with 30-foot high curtain walls, a overhang that could be, witnessed from above. There's giant iron grates on the floor, but they lead you around through a doorway that goes down a long hall with a couple more doors, and you enter an aviary. There are what appear to be 5 griffins kept in large cages throughout the room. They peck and scratch at the bars as you go by. But you are being led even further.
I'll come back and befriend you all. If I need to, I will free you all.
Alright. They throw open a double door. It's dark. There's but a single dim light in the corner. You hear a rustle and scratching from the darkness. And they turn. They say, "Wait here," and close the door. You hear a bar latching behind you.
Well, this can only lead to good things. Things have seemed to fall into, direction has seemed to fall into the hands of casters, and this is scary. I don't like this. I mean, I don't know. Guess you guys don't care about your characters' lives, I guess. Alright. Onward!
You guys seem to have all the answers, so I'm just gonna let you kind of roll with it for a while.
Oh, you're being so salty. Get over it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways. So we're barred into this room.
Yes.
Okay. Anything of note in this room? That would be...
I was waiting for you to start looking around so I could describe it, but I wanted to get to this point first and see what you did.
I shall look around.
Alright. As you begin to examine and your eyes adjust to this light midway between your dark vision and normal sight, you notice some frightening things. There is a adult bronze dragon chained to the back wall. There are no windows or any other forms of light. And there are the manacles that bind the dragon's legs keep him from moving more than a couple of feet. So you realize there is absolutely no danger. There's a locked collar around its neck and an iron muzzle covering its snout. You can tell by a little bit of a twinkle that the bonds are strengthened by magic. And across from the dragon in the corner, as your eyes dart around, you see 3 empty iron cages sized for humanoid prisoners. The cages all have bars that are at least an inch thick, with only 4-inch gaps between them. You realize that these are capable of holding not only you, but creatures much stronger and more powerful.
Anyways, dragon.
Okay.
Stealthily creep towards the
Does the dragon look familiar?
No, it does not.
Dragon. I'm gonna go over to the dragon immediately and just look at it. It's asleep, right?
It is aware of you. It is not asleep. It's just very tightly bound. And to answer Dane's question a little more, it is at least half the size, if not smaller, of the one that you had met previously.
Oh, okay.
Hi, dragon.
Still adult, but you know.
I will start examining the dragon to satiate my own druid curiosity.
Dane's going to attempt to investigate what's holding the dragon.
Okay. Who's going first?
Go for it, Castros.
Investigation or nature? Investigation?
What are you investigating
doing?
exactly?
Satiating my own druid curiosity, so kind of like measuring wingspan, like looking at how good of a shape it's in, you know, that kind of thing. Just, you know, common, like, as if I was like a vet or something. That's like been like
Okay, sure, go for it.
nature or investigation.
Yes. Investigate, since you're trying to take all those measurements and stuff.
Dirty 20.
All right, you get a lot of useful information. Let me see. I think I have specs here for it. They are considered a huge creature, though this one is on the small size of what would be considered huge. Let me try and find a better definition of that. There we go. So the space it fills is about 15 feet square.
Okay.
When it's coiled up, or 15 feet diameter, coiled up.
Okay.
So your wingspan is spread out is going to be at least twice that, 30 to 45 feet, I'd say. It's, not quite as long as it is wide when it's fully spread out. I'm not sure what else to say.
Like a dragon.
Nice.
The dragon.
Good dragon. Good dragon. I'm just gonna start petting it. Petting it while Dane does his investigation.
Okay.
Does it have a frightful presence? Or is that like an attack?
That would be an attack, but you are not frightened by it in any way.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of chill.
Oh, it's a lawful good. Perfect. All right. So yeah.
All animals and beasts are necessarily monsters. They all have thoughts. They all think differently. Especially dragons are extremely intelligent.
Well, yeah. No, I was more looking at its alignment, because a lot of dragons are not good. Okay, so looking at the shackles and stuff.
Okay.
10.
There are shackles and stuff, and you have the same info that I gave you before. Like, you can definitely tell these were designed to hold a dragon that size.
Do I learn anything about like locks? Is it like
You could probably do an Arcana check on it to test like the magic abilities of it.
typical locks or anything?
It does not look like a typical lock.
Okay.
Your eldritch sense is tingling.
All right. Well, I will do an Arcana check. Hopefully, I can roll a little bit better than I've been. Oh, well, there you go. That's much better. That is a 22.
Jeez, you're like, yep, these are magically enhanced, and it's going to take some magic to pop this open. Probably something as simple as a knock spell will do it.
Something is what? Simple as what?
A knock spell?
A knock spell. I don't have that in my repertoire.
Probably some kind of unlocking spell.
Yeah, that's literally what it's used for.
Yeah.
It's called knock.
I don't
It's
have it
from
either.
like first edition, I think.
Wait, actually. Anyways, I'm gonna pet the dragon. Does the dragon seem like bothered or like agitated at all?
He's probably not happy.
Oh yeah.
It seems pretty much broken.
Oh no, dragon. It can't talk because of its muzzle, essentially, huh?
Yes.
Hmm. I want to befriend the dragon. I'm guessing Alpha's not excited about the dragon.
Alpha is impartial at this stage because it is where it belongs in his mind.
Alright, fair enough. Okay. Oh, poor dragon. What happened? Yeah, I guess I'll just chill. Chill with the dragon.
Um,
As far as I'm concerned, I'm not too worried about whatever's gonna happen. And especially now that I've seen griffins, and I'm chilling with an adult bronze dragon right now.
Yeah, guys, I'm good. You do your thing.
I'm trying to figure out a way maybe I can get rid of these things.
Yeah, so.
Alpha just kind of finds a nice little corner and goes into standby.
I think Thaumaturgy cantrip has.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I was gonna see if I could cast Fabricate on it, but creatures or magic items can't be created or transmuted by this spell, so that kind of sucks.
One sec. Let me. Actually. No, okay. Never mind. So, there's not much I can do for the dragon, which makes me sad. But I will continue to comfort it with my animal handling know-how.
Okay.
Alpha.
Hmm?
Can you would it be possible to you can become ethereal, right?
Yes.
And you can make other things become ethereal with you?
Tempted, though it is very difficult.
Okay. Could you do that? Could you become ethereal with that thing's muzzle
Why would I wish to do that?
to kind of remove the muzzle? I would like to converse with the dragon.
Seems content where it is.
Not exactly. Kind of dead inside. Most animals have, like, at least some kind of spark. But, this dragon's been broken for a long time.
Fail to see how this is an issue.
It might know stuff that will help us with our mission, Alpha.
So might the mistress of this castle, and she asks us to remain here.
Yes, I don't really get a good vibe off of that.
In what way?
We might be able to get more intelligence and information on the mistress of the castle from the dragon.
It's possible. But dragons can be very devious and deceitful creatures. I am worried that if we unmuzzle it, then it may spread lies, which may sway you. At which point it would have to be put down. For the good of the mission.
Yeah, bronze dragons typically tend to have an alignment that more closely mirrors my own.
And yet you slay countless creatures constantly. See this as a good argument to maintain its cage.
I slay countless creatures that usually have attacked me first.
Alpha just looks at you and thinking about all the different things that we've killed with like first blood. Just goes,
Yes, but we've evolved. We've grown and we've changed.
We've gotten better at killing.
Well, that too, but you've shown more restraint lately.
Your argument seems to indicate that you would be partial to believing what this creature's lies may be. Therefore, I still only further have my belief that it should remain where it is. You may continue if you wish, so long as it is not released.
Thank you for nothing, Alpha.
Welcome.
All right. Okay.
So you're not getting Alpha's help on this.
No.
It's like the
no.
worst one to ask.
Yeah.
For that.
I know.
Guy who
His-
hates
his
dragons
racism is-
won't help us free the dragon. That's so bad.
No, it's somewhat expected. I was
Just
just
second in the book.
kind of, hoping maybe I could find some way to talk him into.
I mean, it's
Maybe we
Probably
shouldn't force
possible.
Alpha into things he doesn't want to do.
We don't force him, we ask.
Maybe we shouldn't peer pressure him into doing things he doesn't want to do.
Pressuring, we're asking.
He pretty much said
Peer
no,
pressure.
so you
You
can't
said
really
no.
peer pressure someone that says no.
And you can keep trying, but
that's
he's
exactly
pretty
what
good at,
What?
like, if you haven't noticed, pretty good at twisting your own arguments back to his own gain. So, your call.
That's why I figured it was kind of a lost cause.
Just remember, people with zealot point of views take whatever you say, no matter how logical or how well it could be, make it to justify their own viewpoint.
Oh, I know. I've seen multiple examples of that in the last 4 years, especially.
Did you see the news story? Was it yesterday, day before? DC police raided the house of a anti-abortion activist and found 5 fetuses in her house.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Really?
it's like what?
What did she have those in her house for?
There was not enough information in the article to explain any of it to me, but it was just wild. Like
Yeah.
what?
So,
Anyway,
Nope, I can't pick locks. I can't learn any lock picking spells. I have the ability to have another spell right now, but I cannot learn any lock picking spells. So I can't.
Could take the PETA approach to this dragon, where we must free it from captivity by killing it.
yeah, we're not going to take that approach, but thanks, Alpha.
Alpha could be instead of a PETA, a PD. People, persons for the ethical treatment of dragons. Just goes around and kills
Huh.
them.
No.
Their spirits are bound to this mortal plane. They must be freed. Otherwise, they may be, used for devious purposes. Doing it for the good of
No, they
dragonkind.
should have a chance to live. With life, there's a balance of pain and suffering and eventually death. But everyone should have a chance to at least live life.
Okay. Well,
It's an adult. It's definitely lived life long enough to be an adult.
But that doesn't
If I-
mean. This doesn't mean
If
we
I've
get
learned anything from
dies.
if I've learned anything from American media, it's that it's okay to kill an adult, but it's a tragedy if you kill a child.
Only unborn children. Young children is fine.
Why are we talking about this? Anyways, no, we're not killing the dragon.
all right. Dane's just going to take a swing at one of the chains that are holding one of its legs with his axe.
Okay. The chain itself or the manacle?
We'll just start off with the chain. That way there's less chance of me slipping and actually cutting the dragon's foreleg off.
That would be
Sure.
a highly effective way to free it from the manacle.
He's got a point.
I don't think it would thank me if I cut its leg off.
No.
Wouldn't know. You won't know.
So
unless
we're going
you
to start
try.
with the chain. Yeah, no.
Cool.
We're going to start with the chain. Taking a swing at the chain.
What do you call
Attacking
a
the chain.
Okay. But what do you call a dragon with no arms or legs in the ocean? Bob.
Bob. Yeah.
Sorry. That was bad.
You guys are awful.
Yes, we are. All right, take a swing at that chain.
All right. Be really nice if I could actually have roll a number above 10. So I think that's 15 to hit. Unless the axe has gone up with my level up.
The axe itself didn't. You might have. Like, I don't know. I don't know
Well,
your
the
character.
thing that you gave me a little while ago said the weapon's bonus to attack and damage rolls increases to +2.
Yes, it did a while ago. Let's see where we at right now. I don't believe it has gone up any at this point.
Okay, so +2, which makes that, I think, a +7 to hit now then. So in which case, it is 16 to hit.
Okay. And with a 16, you bring it down onto the chain link and give me some damage.
Alright. Looking. Too much stuff to... Damage rolls increases +2. Let me see what this thing is. Not for crying out loud. Have it written down. Alright, well. So I think it's still 1d8 plus 6. Well, I don't know. Oh, well, look at that. 14 damage.
All right, your axe comes down, and you hear that mighty chink as it kind of flattens out, and there's a big gash. You got about halfway through the link, but you didn't quite break it free.
Okay, I'm gonna swing again.
Awesome.
Oh, look, I rolled above a 10. So that is an 18 to hit.
Oh yeah, you hit perfectly on that same spot.
Alright, rolling for damage again. So that is 13 damage.
Nice. Well, that combined blow, it broke through the chain, and you hear it just snap into two.
Nice.
Woo!
Okay, what does the dragon do now that one foot's free?
It stretches. Does a big
Okay. Well, I'll go around to the other foot
See Alpha
and
perking up in the corner, just preparing, just in case.
I'll tell you what, just give me like how you're gonna break through like several chains. Is that the plan?
yes, that's the plan.
Which ones? Like legs, arms?
Does he have chains on his? I mean, what's holding the muzzle on?
The muzzle is just attached to the head. The arms and legs are what is chaining it down.
Okay, all right, yes. We're gonna do the arms and legs chains. This is kind of the plan.
All right, just give me 3d20 rolls really quick and tell me what you get.
All right, 3d20 rolls coming up. Wow, 19.
Okay.
8. 2.
Well, you got through the next one. You're like, I got this, and you snap the next one, and then you go to free the others, and you just can't quite get purchase on it. You swing, and you're like taking chunks out. You miss the same link a couple times. You eventually do free it, but you feel like, man, that should have taken half as many swings.
Right. Okay. Well, gotta take the bad with the good, I guess. What does he do now that all his legs are free?
He just gets up, slowly stretches, looks like he's doing like dragon yoga. You get a little, cat cow, little downward dog, downward dragon, and yeah, it just kind of shakes its head a little and looks at you guys almost like it's trying to do something, but it can't with the muzzle on. It's just holding it there. It doesn't know what to do.
Okay. So is the muzzle, does it have a lock on?
Yes.
Okay. Dane's going to ask the dragon if he will allow him kind of up by his head, or if he can lower down his head so Dane can try and remove the lock.
He puts his head down.
Dragon friend, dragon friend, dragon.
All right. Dane's going to take a swing at the lock with his axe.
Okay. This will
Well,
be
it's-
interesting.
It's a magic lock, isn't it?
It is, and and it's a magic weapon hitting it. So I have a stat block on this. So go ahead and give me a roll. Let's roll to hit.
Okay, rolling to hit. Come on. Give me a good roll. Nat 20.
Oh my god!
Dragon friend, dragon friend.
All right. Well, we don't need to do anything else with that. You bring your axe down and you just shatter it. You hear the scream of that demon inside the axe, and it laughs as the lock shatters, and the dragon's head starts shaking like its ears are ringing, and the muzzle falls off. And you hear it open its mouth you hear the mouth open, and a big breath comes in. And a sigh of relief. Oh, thank you there, old chap. Been wanting that off for so long.
Dragon friend. Hi, dragon. What's your name?
Oh,
Castros is very excited.
I can tell. Let me bring up the dragon name generator really quick, just to see what we get.
Dragon friend.
Yeah. In common, they call me Sighorn.
Sighorn. Hi, Sighorn.
All right.
What brings you here, friends?
Oh, well, I was having a jolly good pass through the realms, and all of a sudden I found myself rather caught by the tail, and next thing I know, I was here with a bunch of fire giants, and one rather foul-tempered chap that, well, he had me locked up and chained down to the wall here. It was most unpleasant, and he was quite the disagreeable individual.
Who was this chap?
He went by the name of Memnor.
Sorry,
Okay.
I had to go through that, Sighorn.
So, all right. So apparently, it appears we are locked in this thing.
Yes, this dungeon has been my home for some time.
Okay. All right. You know what? Actually, this might not be a bad idea to take a long rest.
Yeah, kind of see where the... What happens when they find him and his chains are all gone? They're gonna just chain him up again.
Well, we won't allow that.
I was like, why do you think
Okay.
Alpha was deactivated in the corner? It's not he didn't want to help the dragon. I mean, he didn't. But resting's also important.
True. Okay. Yes, I guess we could wait. Have
All right.
rest with occasional watch, and as soon as they open that door, we just fight our way out.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably what's going to end up happening.
We haven't gotten to do something that's reckless in a while.
Well,
I'm
let's.
gonna. Okay, I will volunteer to take first watch, and I am going to talk with Sighorn more and get to know the chap. Yeah, you guys all rest.
Okay.
I will wake somebody up for second watch, but I'm gonna talk with Sighorn and befriend him.
Ah. I was rolling my d12s at disadvantage to myself to try and see if you guys would have an interruption, and they apparently don't come down to get you for 9 hours. So
Oh,
Nice.
perfect. Sounds great.
Does Sighorn and I have a nice conversation? Do we talk about lovely things?
yes, he tells you of the beauty of the cosmos flying around through the outer realms,
Nice.
the various things that he has witnessed throughout the ages.
I share him. I share with him our journeys and how we have gotten to this point.
Wow, he's in shock, and
Good or
he's
bad
just,
way?
no, he's amazed. That's quite the tale. And I must assume it is all true for you to end up here. I see no reason why a mortal of the material plane such as yourself should be in this place.
That is correct.
Yeah. So, we've been through a lot, but it's been fun. Seems like you've also had quite the fulfilling life.
It was pretty good up until, well, this rather unfortunate series of events.
Yes. But hopefully
Alright.
we'll get out of here very soon.
So
Yeah.
Dane wakes up, or when he wakes up, he asks. So he's like, Sighorn, we are trying to find a way to Krangath. Would you happen to know a path?
Well, I could probably give you a bit of a lift. There is a way that I can fly there through the mountain, but that would require us getting out somehow.
All right. uh, let's see here. What are these doors made of?
They appear to be a heavy, like, banded wood,
Okay.
like some type of a very dense, hardwood that has, like, steel banding on it.
Okay. What does the you said it was a bolt, it was a latch of some kind?
You heard, like, yeah, a sliding bolt, a sliding latch on the other side.
Okay. Oh. Alpha.
Mhm.
I think it is time for us to leave. Can you phase through the door and unlock it from the other side?
I believe I can attempt so. Should we probably check and see if the wall's magical at all before we attempt this?
Not sure. I'll do an Arcana check.
Just worried about,
Yeah.
being materially disintegrated while trying to pass through a magical barrier.
Yeah, we don't
that
wanna
would be
do that.
Very bad. I didn't roll great. You might want to double check me, Dane. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, that's definitely not great. All right, Dane's gonna try it. He's gonna roll again. Thank goodness he's right next to his companions. That is a 12, so not a lot better.
You don't get the sense that there's anything that would cause disintegration here.
Oh, you might be okay.
Corporeal DM.
Trying to think of a better way to word
Day
it.
of the buddies. Right, so Alpha, I don't think it's really a skill check thing. He's literally just walking. Becomes rough terrain.
Carpe corporeum.
And sees the body. So Alpha, you see him kind of like one of his markings kind of glow, and he kind of turns a bit ethereal, and just starts trying to walk through the door.
You are able to do that. It takes a little bit for your mists to flatten out, and you go through, and you find yourself on the other side.
Is there anyone there?
As you look around, no, you only see the griffins in the cages.
No, isn't that convenient?
Alright, I guess he can still interact with the physical realm like this, so he just kind of maintains it. It only lasts for like a minute anyway. And goes to unlock the door.
Okay. You see, it was just a big old sliding bolt latch, so you slide it over and unlock the door.
This is surprisingly
You guys,
simple.
yeah, you guys inside hear that tunk of the, door sliding over.
Yay, good job, Alpha.
Alpha paid attention to which way the door swung when it was opened up, so he can just open the door. He knows we normally have problems with such
Alright,
things.
Yes, often.
Quickly, before anyone is alerted to this, I don't know if they have a silent alarm on the door or anything, but what kind of locks are holding the griffins in their cages?
Oh, they just appear to be a simple, like, slide latch like you'd find on a bird cage.
Perfect. I refuse to let them have no chance at a free life. I free the cages! Open all of them! Let them be free!
Okay, you run
Revolution!
around. You run around and open them up, and let's see. They start causing quite a ruckus.
Alright, guys,
It's
let's
loud.
go.
Yeah, they push their way out of the cages, and let's see. Well, they're just wild, and they don't recognize you guys, so I think they just start trying to like bite at you.
Okay.
Well, book it.
Yeah.
Book it through the castle. They'll probably attack anybody who tries to attack us if we run.
Ray,
Huh.
can you cast Pass Without a Trace?
That I probably can. But
Make sure Sighorn is in it.
Yeah.
it's a 10-foot radius. I don't think I can fit a over 30-foot dragon in there.
Wait, is there a window in this room, like this aviary? It's like there a big glass.
Yes, there is on kind of the southwest side. It's a rounded, cornered room, but yeah, there's a pretty good-sized window.
What floor are we on? Oh, well, we're levitating, I guess, huh?
Yeah, you're on the lower of the floors, closest to the obsidian boulder.
Dude, this is such an easy solution. Break through the window, let's bust through and get out of here. Jailbreak, let's go.
Alright, that works.
Yep, alright, let's go!
All right. Well, you go over to the window. I guess we'll just say you hit it and break through, and you can tell that it's big enough for you guys to jump out, but there's no way that dragon's getting through.
Oh.
I'll take out my Shillalog club and just start making a giant hole with through the window, like just widening the hole.
the window itself
Ray
is
could
not big
fire.
enough.
So,
No. The stone is not big enough for it to fit through.
The dragon could actually polymorph, couldn't it, into a humanoid?
That is a good question. Let me look up this specific dragon. Oh, I think it's here
Bronze dragon,
somewhere.
5E.
Yep, I got it. Attack, tail, attack, wing, change shape. So dragon polymorphs into a humanoid or beast that has a challenge rating no higher than its own or back into its true form. Sure. Let me do that. And it is... Dragon can be then water. It makes an attempt. It starts to like shrink itself down, but you see it like start to convulse and it can't do it. It gets down like partially and it can't change.
No.
Alpha says,
Okay.
not to assist a dragon in anything in particular, but have you ever considered removing the manacles that were left on?
Don't think. Oh, to like assist in the transformation.
Well, considering the fact that if
Um.
the dragon's having issues, it could be something maybe to do with the fact that it still has magical shackles on it that probably prevent transformations.
No, I see what you mean.
Probably, but
Just
the
thinking.
only way I can do it is to try and cut the manacles off, and
Oh, well, just don't mess up. Problem solved.
I think I saw this Tales from the Crypt.
um,
Doesn't matter. We're taking this dragon with me. I don't care what happens.
so dragon's not going to fit through the window.
Could just barge through the rest of the castle with these griffins. And
Yes,
dragon.
we could.
It'll be mayhem.
Yeah, we just go before they have the chance to react. Would that work
And-
for you, Mr. Sighorn, sir?
Well, let's get out. Yes, let's shuffle off. We get out of here as soon as possible.
Alright, time to do the run by.
But because you guys ran back and forth across there, it gives the Griffins a chance to start doing their various attacks.
Nah.
So, let's see. 5. So that's... Let's see. That's the dragon gets hit first, we'll say. And that is... 16 to hit. I gotta see if that hits. Does not.
Dragon is a natural armor class of 19.
Yep, so it does not hit him. The next one rolls is that would be Alpha. So that is a 6, 7, 8, 19 to hit. Okay, so you dodge out of the way of that. The next one down is that's funny. That would be Ray. Takes a you, and there goes my die. Let me pick that up. All right. Well, that one is particularly bad. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Oh. All right. So
Oh.
it... Was it a hit or a miss?
It hits. If it's a 16.
Okay. And just to check, so that one they'll hit 2. And that is a 8. Got the D8. And the 6. Alright. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So it grabs you with its claws, digs them in, and then bites you with its beak. And altogether, that does 14 damage as it pierces and slashes you.
Alrighty.
Okay, that was the third one. So, fourth one be 1, 2, 3. Oh, that would be Castros.
Hmm.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And let me check that. Oh, yeah, that one's definitely going to hit. So that is a. Oh, my God.
Oh God.
14. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. So this one, you must have been like, you had your back to it as it jumps on you from behind and just like smashes you into the broken glass of the window, digging its claws into your back and like biting down on your neck from behind. And it rips out a chunk of flesh for a total of 25 damage.
All creatures deserve to be free. Some creatures choose to pick wrong fights. That's what I know. 24?
Okay, that 25.
That's a third of her hit points gone.
Yeah. And let's see. This one goes to bite Dane, and that is a 14 to hit.
And that does not hit.
Okay. So you glance that one off. You're successful. I think that would be the last one. That was the 5th one. Okay. So now, if you guys want to bolt or whatever, go for it.
What?
Your turn. You can do what you want.
Stay-
You can attack, you can run, you can do whatever. It is your go.
Well, Castros doesn't want us to hurt these things.
That's not it. I just wanted to free them. Their own actions after they're free is completely up to them. Attack them if you want.
I'm thinking. Let's see if.
They have a chance at freedom. That's all that matters.
Let's see if we can't kind of. Well.
I say Castros and I have to get away from our griffins, and if we meet up again, maybe I can cast Pass Without Trace, and it'll at least
Just
protect
open
some
the door
griffins.
and let's get out of here.
Yeah. Just book it for the
Just
door.
go, whatever.
Once
They're not
those
worth
griffins are
finding.
released into the castle, the people who put us in here are gonna be in for a load of hurt.
Exactly. Also, it's just not worth fighting them right now. We'd rather get out of here before guards get here.
Let's see. How about you? So I don't like the idea of turning my backs on these griffins because then they can attack probably with advantage if our backs are to them. So Ray, how about you cast Pass Without a Trace first, and then I'll make it harder for them to find us and attack, and then we can move out the door.
Alrighty, fine then. But then, well, Castros is currently pinned by a griffin. If I try to cast Pass Without Trace, that ain't gonna help him too much.
Well, they didn't say he was grappled.
True.
I guess not.
Just got
Castros,
smashed
get out
hard.
from under that griffin, and then I'll cast Pass Without Trace.
No, I was planning on staying pinned by the griffin for a little while longer. I love the feeling of claws digging into my back.
It's a new treatment. I saw it on Oprah.
It's called griffapuncture.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does more harm than good, much like taking ivermectin for treating COVID.
I was being sarcastic.
Anyway, all right. So, Castros, do you manage to extricate yourself a little bit from the griffin? I mean, she's not grappled, or he's not grappled, so
Strength check for that.
he should just be able to kind of dart kind of towards Ray, hopefully.
I don't know, DM, what's your call?
If you guys are casting Pass Without a Trace, I'm gonna say that there's a ruckus going on that you guys are able to duck away from.
And considering the
Like-
fact we have 5 griffins packed into the end of a hallway,
Yeah. I mean, the room is good sized. Let me see if I can get you an idea of what you're dealing with. But I mean, it's not small.
Okay. So yeah, right. Just cast Pass Without a Trace. We probably won't be able to cover Sighorn.
No. No, we won't.
Well, it's just mostly to get away from the griffins,
Yeah.
and then we'll just run through anyways. So
Yeah, and just give us a chance to get through the doors.
13 to cast.
Oh, that's successful.
Alrighty. Alrighty, people, get in 10 feet within me. Get within 10 feet of me.
So,
Alright.
everyone but the dragon.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Surround-
I mean, he
Before
can
I-
still get within 10 feet of you.
Before I cast, I'm just gonna be like, Signu, we're gonna disappear for a little bit, but we're still here, okay? Got it? Alrighty.
Dragons have true sight. Pretty sure they can detect it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, they're not a common spider.
Anyways,
Okay,
Alright.
so yep, all right. So you guys do that. You effectively disappear and start heading towards the door, I guess.
Yes.
All right. So you throw the door open. You see the hall down the hallway, and there is movement. There are guards coming towards you, obviously responding to the sounds, the screaming of the griffins within.
Okay. We're just gonna kind of.
is the door still closed?
No, we opened the door.
Okay, darn it. I was gonna say, like, I open the door precisely when we hear them just outside it and bang them in the face with it.
Yeah, no. So we're gonna press ourselves against the side of the hall, and hopefully just kind of let them pass by us.
Totally. All right. You throw the door open, get to the side of the hall, and they come running down and run right past you into the room and start yelling at the griffins. They start yelling at the dragon. There's a fight that's begun between the griffins and the dragon. The let's see. Yeah, they keep like pining shots at it. The dragon keeps batting it away. It bites one of them, throws it against the wall. Yeah, it looks like a classic, CG fantasy fight going on.
Cool.
Uh,
Does Signor Horn need help? Is he good? Can you get past him? Because we just need to get
he's-
out of here.
He's basically the T-Rex like grabbing the velociraptors in, the end of the first Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I was just making sure. We're not leaving without him.
Well,
he
Alpha Mike.
He tosses them to the side, left and right, and then the guards are there, so he pushes forward and shoves them out of the way and starts scurrying down the hallway right past you guys. Doesn't even see you.
Okay.
Alright, let's run.
Yep, we follow him.
All right. You start running after him. He makes it up, takes a left, and starts working his way up. So he gets into that big open room and jumps up a whole level. There's 3 sets of stairs next to you. You have to choose which one you're going to take to follow him. There's kind of one that spirals up to the left, one in the middle that goes straight, and one that spirals up to the right.
And what did he do?
He jumped up to the next level inside this big open atrium that spans, multiple levels by itself.
Okay, so when he jumped up to the next level, did he land kind of to the left or the right of us?
You just see him go straight up. It wasn't left or right. It was like he just jumped up into the next level. But the stairs go kind of different ways.
Hmm.
All right. Well.
I mean, I guess we just pick something. We can't really investigate right now and
No.
be-
So we got one going left, one going right, and one going kind of straight.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yes. When they all climb up, but one climbs arcing to the left like a spiral, spiral staircase to the left. The other arcs to the right, and one goes straight.
I'm more inclined to do the spiral staircase to the left.
Okay. Literally don't think it matters, but yeah.
Okay, we'll try the spiral staircase to the left.
Okay. You go running up that one, and you enter this large open landing with 3 ballistas facing out of arrow slits. Basically, the room, if you'd imagine it facing north, they face kind of northeast, northwest, and due north. Let's see. There are 2 stone pillars supporting the ceiling above. The staircase that you came out of is on the southwest side, and there is another staircase that ascends on the southeast side.
But we don't see Sighorn, huh?
You don't see Sighorn, but you do see a fire giant with a morning star in his hand looking around.
Huh.
Okay. He's in the room?
He's in the room. He's looking around, observing, like, trying to see what's going on. And you hear thunderous footsteps coming towards a doorway that you see in the middle of the room.
Okay, but you say there's another set of stairs
Yes,
going up?
on the far side, yeah.
Yeah, let's make for that.
Yeah.
All right. You guys make for it, and just for fun, can I have everyone give me just a d20 and straight d20, tell me what you get.
Ray got an 18.
Castor's got 14.
16.
Dane got a 19.
All right, so as you guys make it through, Castros, you were kind of being strangely a little more cautious, and you listened for those thundering footsteps. The door goes flying open, and you see 3 fire giants come out right in front of you, just narrowly missing. You're on like the tail end of Ray's Pass Without a Trace as they go by you and run over to the ballistas and start loading them with giant arrows.
Uh-oh. They're gonna shoot down Sighorn! What are the ballistas made of?
Wood.
That
Are they made of wood?
Yeah. Yeah, they should be.
Haha. Mwahahaha. Mwahahaha. I will... as fast as I can, I guess. Aarakocra mask, put that on, and produce flame on the ballistas and catch them afire.
Okay. Let's give me a quick, just for fun, give me a quick d20. I want to see how well this works.
Just a d20 with nothing on it for just to
Yeah.
see how well the execution goes.
Exactly.
6.
It's not great. Like, it spirals up and they just kind of swat it away. They're like fire giants. They basically give it a blow like they're blowing out a candle.
Fine. Plan B. Sunbeam.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I don't know if it catches on fire. It should. It's fire damage.
Well, there's 3 of them that are spread out, and that only covers, what, like 5 feet?
The sunbeam?
Yeah.
It's... What... How am I able to face them? Like, what angle? If I can face them so that they're all in a line, it's 5 feet wide, but 60 feet long.
They are not all in a line. This is an arched room, so you might be able to get to a point where you could get, like, hit 2 of them.
I'll
I
go
mean,
for 2 then.
I have some idea that might work, but I'm not really too keen on trying it. I do have a small mirror on me, but I don't think will be able to reflect sunbeam.
Yeah, I don't think you
No,
want
not
to do
the
that
small
because
mirror.
that'll end up cooking you.
Yeah. I was gonna stand there.
But no, yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I will just. Now I'll just do it in a way that I can at least get 2 of them out with sunbeam.
Okay, you're gonna like sneak over to the wall tight, and then so the first one gets like the main blast, and then there's like a bleed over that goes to the second one.
I suppose so. Yeah,
All
like I
right.
said, it's like a 60-foot long cone.
Yeah, you'll hit 2 of them.
All right. Let's see. I have a spell attack bonus. Um, 17.
Yeah, I'd say that's successful.
Okay. So that's successful. The targets will be blinded if they fail the Constitution save. By the way.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know if that would count the fire giants that are in the way. Probably. I
Well,
don't know.
considering the first one just nat 20'd, I'd say he saves. But the ballistas roll down real quick. The first one, despite the save from its operator, bursts into flames immediately.
Yeah, I rolled 32 fire damage.
Yeah, it's toast. It just bursts into flames, and the other one, it takes a little because of the distance. It's a little longer, but yeah, it's gone.
Cool. All right. At least 2 of them are gone. All right. Continue on. That gives
Awesome, you
Sigrun some leg room.
Awesome. Well, you ascend those stairs, and you find that they go up into a room with a large balcony hanging off of it.
Large balcony. Okay.
Okay, make our way to the balcony.
Awesome. You go outside, and you start looking around, and you see Sighorn had made his way out the other side of the castle and is holding on, kind of looking for you guys.
Okay. How big is the balcony?
It's good sized. It's probably, I don't know, 20 feet out. Maybe.
Perfect. I'll have Ray stand at one end, and I'll move to the other, so I get out of the area effect, and then, or actually, you know what? Probably not me. Let's have Casseros do it, because, Dane is short, so Sigrun probably have an easier time to looking for Casseros, or he'll probably be able to see Casseros easier than Dane.
Or
Okay.
right, just stop the spell cast.
That could also work.
Can you
Yeah,
just drop
yeah.
it?
I can just drop it.
Okay, so we'll just have Ray drop the
Alright,
spell.
bye pass without trace. I'ma stop concentrating on it.
Okay, you stop concentrating on it, and all of a sudden you guys become visible, and you hear him. Oh, there you are. Righto.
Cheerio!
All right.
He jumps down, and shall we get a move on then?
That might
Yes,
be a good
please.
He gets down real low to allow you guys to jump on his back.
Perfect. We all jump on his back.
Although, but here, since we lost Alpha, he dropped. I'll just say he is very angry about this.
idea. Meanwhile, Casseros is ecstatic.
He
Alrighty,
does
Ray
not.
is gonna watch for any ballistas that might be firing arrows, because if they do, she's got an ace up her sleeve.
All right. Well, we'll just say that Alpha reluctantly climbs aboard. He is at the back, cursing up a storm in his mind.
Oh, hey, I guess I'm connected, but I have a blank screen.
Hey, you're
Okay.
here.
We hear you just fine.
Yeah, and my entire Discord is blank. All right,
Wow.
I am here.
All right. Well, so
Climbing
everyone
on the
else,
dragon.
yeah, everyone else is climbing on the back of the dragon, and I said you were very angry.
I am very angry, but begrudgingly joining.
Yeah. So
Cautiously joining, I should say.
Alrighty,
He-
Ray's gonna look out for arrows.
all right, he takes off and goes kind of swooping down towards to the northeast in the area where you had destroyed those ballistas, so there are no bolts being fired at you.
I'm
Very
smart.
nice.
So, yeah, that was great because I had an idea of rolling taking shots at you, but you took them out.
I saw that and I was like, not today, Satan!
All right, well, you guys hold on tight as the dragon flies rapidly towards that mountain in the distance. It
And
was
Astros
further off.
singing never-ending story all the time.
Yep. Awesome. So yeah, you guys, he gets towards that mountain and flies really high up, and then pulls his wings in and dives straight down into a big cavity, and everything goes black, completely dark. Even those with dark vision can't see anything as the wind rushes by, and credits roll. We pick up here next time.
Nice.
Friended a dragon!
Darn, I was gonna look real cool if they shot arrows at us. I was gonna just put up a wind wall.
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have been a good idea, but
the funny thing is, ever since Alpha got the ability to deflect arrows, nobody's shot an arrow at him once.
Sorry, Alpha.
I'm sure it will
I
come
find
up.
it humorous.
it'll happen. Just give it time.
What I find
Been no
humorous
rush.
as, the more our characters, the stronger our characters get, the sneakier they're getting. They're not actually trying to fight as much, and they're just trying to look for quick and dirty ways around. It's kind of interesting, the shift.
Almost like we're becoming wiser.
Right? Well, I like to think of it more as we have more tools in our toolbox now. So, why fight something that is really, most of these things are just incredibly good at damaging us. So why take the chance when you can just kind of sneak around them?
I still hold no regrets.
Yeah, I don't even.
Good at
I would have let the Griffins go too.
yeah, because we're not very good at healing ourselves.
What are you talking about? I have mass heal. I have mass cure wounds that I've never gotten to use once because most of our fights, like, two of us get, like, injured a tiny bit. So there's not even a use for it.
You actually got hit. You got injured quite a bit.
No,
This time.
fine. But no, I don't know. It's like, I make really dumb decisions in D&D, but it's kind of live vicariously and recklessly in a way that you can't really live in real life. I can't actually free, like, zoo animals and have, like, no consequences, but, like, in this game, I don't really have any real-world consequences.
Castro should get YOLO tattooed on his neck. It just seems like something Castros would do, is to have a YOLO and a no regrets tattoo on his body.
He would get
I
the
was
no
gonna
regrets,
say, yeah.
ironically. You would get it misspelled on purpose.
Anyway, what'd you say?
Nothing. I was just laughing at all of those dumb things. Yeah.
Yep, YOLO baby.
To be fair,
I just-
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I just think of any more. I just think of TBTF, too big to fail. It's the rich man's YOLO.
Right?
I like to think that Castor's religion when it comes to Druidism is more so that, like, life exists, death exists, they both coincide. Best thing you can do is just adapt with life and enjoy it in the best way you can. He wants all living creatures to be able to experience that, no matter how aligned to evil they are or how dangerous they can be. Everyone deserves a chance at life.
No, you guys faced that admirably. I had a whole map with tons of different rooms and stuff that you could have snuck through, and there was a different way to approach that guard gate. I love that what you did was scaling it up there, and
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that was actually really kind of fun. I kind of like the way we just kind of, yeah. Once again, we just kind of skirted around everything.
yeah, exactly. It was wonderful.
Yeah, just kind of just quick and dirtied it.
Hey,
Which
but
is
it
good.
worked, though.
Going up against fire giants, that'd be tough.
Yeah, I like our way better. It was still our sneaky way, but more brash, a bit more destructive sneaky.
Well, we're kind of specializing in that lately. We're
Yeah, passing out trace is very useful. We just kind
it's
of
very chaotic,
move past everything.
and then they're going to be busy trying to recapture those griffins eventually.
Literally, I love how like literally everything we do just like gets into castle has to like do something and we can't let the castle people know we're there because they'll try to kill us and we just pass that trace and just like ninja run through the whole thing, get what we need, get out. Like, just can you feel breeze? I feel like it's gonna start annoying Ben after a while. He's gonna make it so we can't use pass that trace.
He likes it.
Yeah, no, this is great. I think it works well.
We're using our brains instead of being murder hobos.
Yeah, no, anytime you guys can come up with, a creative solution, a new way to do something that you're not just hacking and slashing your way out. I love it.
Yeah.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for our character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.
Oh,